Hey everybody, welcome to Grown Man Record Night, a very special Friday night, as each Friday night is special in its own way, but this happens to be old Mikey Banana's birthday celebration.
Whoa!
We're doing a little celebrating this evening. I'm another year older, bolder, and wiser son. That's the saying goes like that. Mickey Mouse said that, 1985.
A wise man.
On the Root Awards.
A wise mouse.
He said it live on TV on the Root Awards.
Okay.
But yeah, this is my birthday celebration, and I don't know how often this happens. What, every 6 years, 7 years?
Yeah.
That it's going to fall on a Friday. Is there a formula to that?
6 or 7 years.
6 or 7 years.
I thought your birthday was just every 7 years. Like a pond far.
I've got a little dragon on my mom's side. Like a pond far. Let's spot. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay.
There's a nerd reference for you.
As a nerd reference. But so it's very special when it lands on a Friday night, and we do our thing here on Friday night, and tonight's no different, but tonight's a little extra special. So we're doing some cool things. We got some special, cool little themes we've been doing this evening. We're going to get into that real shortly. I want to remind everybody we are live on Ustream. It's ustream.tv/channel/Machete Miller. We do it every Friday night.
That channel always gets me.
Channel. It's free, so I don't want to bitch too much.
It's the same slash as you see on the HTTP, right? It's the forward
it
slash.
says, yeah. Or if you want to get down, just Google Grown Man Record Night. Shit comes up. We're that popular nowadays where Google makes it. It comes into play.
You're in a Google engine?
It comes into play. I sent Google a check. I don't know if I was supposed to do that. $250 for 6 months of Google results.
Yeah.
That come up when you Google Grown Man Record Night.
And what do you get?
Search results.
It works?
It's free, but I paid for it.
You paid them a check.
Yeah. I like to just add a little extra incentive just to make sure we're getting our name out there.
Make sure they know you're getting it for free.
I want to make sure that it's free, so I'll pay for it to make sure that
pay a little extra to make sure you know it's free.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm just trying to spread it around and cover all my bases.
I understand.
But you can check us out on the Ustream every Friday night, 8:30 p. Eastern Standard to God knows what time of the morning. All these segments like we're doing right now will end up on our YouTube channel. Now that's youtube.com/Machete Miller. Now, we've had this little thing going on for quite a while. We're getting close to 100 subscribers. Get to 100 subscribers, we're going to do us a little vinyl community contest. Very proud member of the vinyl community. Cheers to the VC. And so when we hit 100 subscribers, we're going to give away a little prize package. We're going to do a little contest. We're at 94. That's 94. Our latest update.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom. We should have a little counter.
I predict February. I don't know the Friday numbers on February, but I'm going to guess around the 19th.
I think if I did, I'm kind of this is a weird show for the VC. Now, most of the VC is dudes sitting around with records.
That's cool.
That's cool.
They tell you what they got.
This is a little different than that.
Sign off.
And I've never really done one of those vinyl community intro videos.
This is like that on steroids.
Yeah.
Or not steroids. Maybe
it's like
it's
that
live.
on Moonshine.
On cheese.
This is like that on Moonshine, and it's live.
And cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese. I got a little baked cheese for my birthday. Cameraman hooked me up with.
It looked like a cheese pizza, but it was all cheese.
Oh, no, that wasn't just me. That was a big collaboration.
The household
between lots of opinions.
Like a cheese wheels.
We call it cheese wheel. It was a cheese wheel. I don't know what else to say. It was awesome.
It's gone.
That's what. It's gone. That's
I got a picture of it.
You got a picture of it? Hold that up there. What is that?
I can't see what I'm looking at.
No, you're in the bug area. There you go.
The cheese wheel.
Look at that. That's straight cheese, folks.
It's
that's what I'm about.
Eclipse.
That's what I'm about. So anyhow, we get to the YouTube thing. We're gonna give away some stuff. We're close. We're close, man. If I did one of those the vinyl community intro videos, I'd probably pick up more subscribers. I've just been really slack about that. But we're kind of a weird entity within the VC. You know what I mean? A little different situation.
You can probably get a lot of business out of that.
I think so. I think we do. I'm just a lot of chips. Chicks.
Get the chicks.
The chicks. There's some chicks out there. We won't mention any names. Balls on the forehead. We won't mention any names. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to say nothing else about that. But so I tell you what, I got some cool stuff for my birthday. A couple little things we'll mention here come from Miss Abigail. Some Underdog cartoons on DVD. I'm a major
awesome.
Underdog dude now. I love classic cartoons.
You do.
I spend a lot of time watching classic cartoons.
Yeah.
It's what keeps me from hurting people on a daily basis.
In fact, you're friends with Captain Car Wash.
I'm friends with Captain Car Wash and his cartoon
And he's all
cavalcade.
about some cartoons.
Yeah, he's played some that have been a little borderline at times, and
Yeah, we gotta
But
we gotta
this
talk
is-
to him about
This
that.
is awesome. Also picked up girlfriend got. Apparently this is some kind of mistake. I don't know why you call it a mistake, but it's the Budos Band on CD. If you've never heard of the Budos Band, this is the second record.
This is as far.
It's like it's a new group that sounds like an old group.
I'm sorry.
Like straight instrumental soul funk stuff.
throw it at him.
And it sounds like it's from like 68, 69. And it's totally like new business. That's fantastic. So,
Is that 1968 or 1969?
19. So I'll tell you, we've been doing a little theme tonight. We don't do themes that often. We do themes sometimes.
So it's fun to do themes.
It's fun to do themes. So, and this got kind of out of hand. I'm glad we had so much to choose from. But what we did was, since this is my B-Day, we have only been playing all night long, except for the stuff we're playing under right now, only records from 1977, because that's the year I was born in. So,
1977.
that's my birth year, 1977.
Pretty remarkable year.
You know, you grow up, I don't know, for me...
When you're born, you don't get it because you're just born.
Well, and as I got a little bit older and I started listening to the stuff that was going on at the time, and I start thinking, oh, I was born in 77. Let's take a look at some of the stuff that was going on then. And you see the pop stuff, the ABBA, the garbage radio stuff, and I'm like, man,
I'll tell you,
I was born
the number one top 40 song in 1977 was Debbie Boone's "You Light Up My Life."
See, and so I don't remember it because it's that.
So
I remember
many
that.
nights
I honestly, I
stood
do remember
by
that
my
on
window,
AM radio.
waiting for someone
I remember that on
to
AM
sing
radio.
me a song.
And see, you hear that as you get a little older and be able to understand, and you think, man, I was born in a really
it was
whack
big.
era.
It was big. It's Pat Boone's daughter, Debbie Boone.
But you think I was born in a really whack era. But then as I looked up, that's top 40 stuff we're talking about.
Yep.
I looked up best albums of 77 and went through this whole big old long list. And we got a weird error.
Yeah.
What's it say?
Feedback.
Ustream producer has detected feedback and has turned off the computer audio output.
Okay.
I'm gonna say okay.
Stand by.
The computer
I'll use the
audio
computer.
output.
Computer's muted.
Okay, but we're still broadcasting.
And you still got
Oh, that's
levels?
just a
You
local.
still got levels?
That's a local
Seems fine.
thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're going to continue.
Let's go to the
you can
the
always
internet.
you can always text me if there's a problem.
Yeah, well, you can hit us up if you are no longer getting
And
audio.
you know
That phone.
yeah.
Alt tab.
Call customer support if you need to.
We do have a customer support
not- don't
line
call.
here.
That Grown Man
text.
Record Night. you
And
did.
unmute it, see if you can hear that.
But you know what? Some big things happened in '77.
A lot of things happened.
Yeah.
I was just a baby.
Star Wars opened May 25th.
Awesome.
Yeah. Wow.
That changed my life. It changed everyone's life.
Spike TV showing like a marathon or something.
Close Encounters.
Close
of the third
Encounters?
kind. Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh, come on, dude.
I'm telling you, Smokey and the Bandit.
That's like probably my favorite
And
of all time.
the biggest news of the year was Elvis Presley died,
Oh.
like in the summer.
Hey, click on the speaker and see if the Ustream audio is even on. No, back where you
Yeah.
was.
I'm sure by now someone would give us a message to say, hey, you got no audio.
Bring that up again, Eric. Go over to the speaker. There you go.
We're good.
We're good. We're talking. We're talking. What else happened in 77, Steve?
The Oakland Raiders won the Super Bowl.
That's what John Madden's coach, right?
77?
No?
Madden? Yeah, that would be. That would
It's got to be Madden.
That would
And
be
his big
Madden.
old belly.
That would be Madden.
Big old belly.
Yeah.
So what else happened?
I don't know, man.
Some stuff?
Oh, well, Apple Computer. Wozniak and Steve Jobs came up with the Apple II.
Okay.
C. Was the
I like
first, first computer with a color monitor.
And something about the TRS-80 was a popular.
TRS-80 came out.
I got one of those.
Cameraman had a TRS. You still got it?
Texas Instruments.
Okay, so anyhow, we've been playing records from
Yep.
straight up 77, so let's run down some stuff. I got a ding-dong. I got a
You
ding-dong.
got a ding dong.
I got a ding-dong.
Careful.
Hey,
I hope the mic picked up. The
we got
actual
Carl
sound
and
of it.
Tiff in Wilmington, barefoot and envelope, checking in saying, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
We hear you.
We can hear
Heck
you, buddy.
yeah.
That's what we're talking about. That's straight feedback right
Everybody hears
there.
Okay.
Happy New Year to those folks down in Wilmington, man. That's good time
Big
business.
things.
So we'll run down the stuff we.
That's the other side of the planet.
That's what I'm talking about. We'll run down some of these 77 records we've been playing. We talked about this earlier in the week, Steve. George Benson, In Flight. This is a decent George Benson.
George Benson, sometimes that one was like, well, which one is that?
Some of them
which one's kind of good? And which one's
some of them look terrible, sound decent.
This is pretty good.
Some of them look decent, sound terrible. This one looks really strange because he's got the birds on the leather couch. You think it's going to be elevator music? Actually, not that bad of a record. Pulled it out because it's 77. How about a little Marshall Tucker band? A little Carolina Dreams, man. You can't go wrong with a little Marshall Tucker, a little Southern rock there, boy. Can't go wrong there. Why does this record have blood on it? Or
you know the top 20, the top show in 77 was Laverne and Shirley.
Oh, man.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Shamil, Shemazel, Hassan Pfeffer Incorporated. Ba-da-ba-da-ba, we're going to do it. This Muddy Waters record, for some reason, Hard Again, which is a 77 record.
Hard Again, like a sweater?
That's Dynamitas all day long.
Oh,
look at that. I've got a Dynamitas Stain, which is one of our favorite rolled up Latino chips. I
used it as a serving suggestion on my beans and rice today.
You did do that. You crumbled it up in beans and rice, and I damn got it on.
I didn't get near that record though.
No. That's been there. That's crusty business. That's a great Muddy Waters record. It's a little later, but fantastic. Picked it up for a few dollars. How about a little Bob Marley and the Wailers? Exodus. Can't go wrong there. 77. All this stuff is 77. Really surprising me, some of the dope records and some of the ones that I had in my collection on vinyl.
Huh? We did. We didn't hear Exodus.
Bob Marley's backstory is really crazy.
It is.
You know he's half white.
Oh. We don't see color here at Grown Man Record.
And what's so crazy about that?
Because you wouldn't think that.
Oh, no, you would not at all.
No. But he got toe cancer.
His dad was Tommy Lasorda. I don't get that either.
What? Babal. He's a babal player. Little Jackson Brown. Just played Running on Empty because it's in Summer Rental of the John Candy movie, and I really wanted to hear Running on Empty. And it reminds me of them going down the highway.
Yeah.
So I played that. I'm not the biggest Jackson Brown fan. It's okay stuff.
Oh, he's got some good stuff.
He's got some good stuff. It's not something I really seek out. Can't go wrong here. This was actually the number one on the list that I was looking at on the internets.
That was
the web pages that I was looking at.
Of the 70s.
Fleetwood Mac's Rumors. And, man, you can't go wrong there. Everybody loves some Fleetwood Mac.
One of the biggest albums of the 70s.
Why am I wearing... Hey, over vacation, which we just got back to work after the new year and whatnot.
After holiday?
The holiday.
No, not the holiday. After holiday.
After holiday.
After holiday.
I had the mohawk, the vacation mohawk.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah, and I was going to shave it off to come back to work, and when I jorked it, and it ended up being too short, and then I had to do the whole thing, and so now I got like a...
Whoa!
I got a ball head.
Okay. Private
pile. Yeah. 7.62 millimeter.
We should zoom in on
metal jacket. But yeah. So I got that going on, and then it's going to grow back in, and it'll be okay.
We're going to keep you under wraps until it grows out.
We'll keep it, yeah. Keeping it moving on that 77 tip. A little Dennis Coffey. Love this record. It goes. I've got a T-bone Walker that's a steak. Wilbert Longmire that's a couple of eggs on there. A couple of fried eggs. A little sunny side up.
This one goes good.
And this is Dennis Coffey back home. It's got the coffee and the cigarettes to go with it.
I love this album, and it's got a hint. You know that disco is right around the corner in its full bloom. I mean, it's already there, but
it's jamming all the way through.
It's jamming.
This is one of those records you can put on and listen to the whole thing without hitting one of those like, oh man.
Although we did get out of it early.
Yeah, there was one that was a little bit slower, but
yeah.
I mean I think that's the only one on the whole album.
Okay.
How about I'm not a big Jimmy Buffett fan. You call me no parrot head. I'm no parrot head at all. But is there any more of that lemonade?
Yeah, there's some lemonade.
I'd love to have a little piece of that.
Is your throat
North Carolina
a little
style
dry?
Lemonade.
Yeah. This is straight North Cac right here. But this Jimmy Buffett record, Changes in Latitudes, Changes in Attitudes, came out in 77, obviously. And this is my favorite Buffett. Totally. What you got right there, the 45?
Here's the 45.
Oh, cool.
This is Margaritaville.
And I'm not...
Which came on that record.
I'm not big on all of these songs, but this is definitely my favorite one.
I went to a Jimmy Buffett concert.
It really surprised me. I know Carl and Tiff, they're big Buffett fans.
Are they parrot heads?
They're parrot heads, man.
Wow.
But Carl's been digging Buffett for a long time. He's probably the one that introduced me, and it hits me at the right time. It's not something I can listen to all the time.
I've had a lot of friends who are parrot heads.
Yeah, man, it's a cool
little thing.
A little Dave Aiken, a little Weather Dave.
Little Weather Day.
Weather Dave, he's a parrot head.
I got a problem with Weather Day.
Shout out to
He doesn't like Pink Floyd.
yeah. Well, this smells. Does he think this is gone sour? It's lemonade. It smells like something's wrong with it.
Don't taste too lemony.
Oh no, it's more 80 than lemony.
Oh, it's got some aid in it. It tastes like.
That's
Nope.
trash.
Nope. I'm cutting myself off. I'm not saying what I'm about to say. Even Mikey Bananas has his limits, and I'm not gonna say what I was about to say.
It's pretty tasty.
That's good stuff.
What else is from 77?
Heavy Weather?
Oh.
Weather Report.
Oh, that's
Great.
a classic.
Classic. I've not had this very long.
That's my favorite Weather Report.
Absolutely. It's jamming
With
all the way through.
Jaco Pastorius.
Jaco
is on
Pastoria.
bass.
Randy's a big
Killing
fan
it.
of this album.
That's a great
Shout out
album.
to Randy Hyde. He's a big.
That is a classic.
That's a classic right there. Speaking of classics, how about this? A little Steely Dan Asia. Man,
Yeah, that Rivals Rumors is one of the best albums.
I
of the
think
70s.
so.
I think it's better.
I would probably, yeah. I may put that above Rumors.
Deacon
Because
Blue.
when I was 1, I was listening to a
What
lot
else you
of
got on here?
Huh.
Josie, Peg.
Peg.
Michael McDonald helping on the
Yeah, it's a great album though, and when I saw the classic album thing on Netflix about how they put this together,
Yeah, yeah.
that makes me like it even more.
Right.
So for me, it does trump Fleetwood Mac for that reason. The way that it's put together, knowing how it's produced and this backstory, it does me a little good right there. It does me a little good. Let's get crazy real quick. We'll just get crazy. I picked this up just a few weeks ago, and I went back through, and it was on the 77 list. I'm like, which is kind of weird because it's recorded in 67,
Right.
released in 77. And then we're talking Miles Baby.
Miles Baby.
Oh, Miles Baby. Miles Davis, Water Baby. And it's got a little Blackman's
It's
Ding Dong
great.
down there. That's a promo copy. Look at that gold stamp on the back. It's for real. But it does, don't show that ding dong. We don't want to get in trouble.
The cool thing is it was for 67. It actually was recorded before the first
Okay.
album, Bitches Brew, which is hailed as... Bitches Brew is hailed as the first Fusion album.
Yeah, and this is totally Fusion.
This was recorded before
To
that.
me, it's
Oh,
Fusion.
yes, it is.
And knowing this was recorded in 67, that's pretty crazy.
Oh, you definitely jamming it hard.
Yeah, that's,
But they wanted to wait till you were born to actually put it out because you are the water baby.
F&A. That's what I'm saying. I'm a waterhead baby. 3, 2, 1. We're going to cut that last part. I don't know that. Because there's hydrocephalics out there that have real problems.
Hydrocephalics.
Waterhead babies.
Okay.
3, 2.
There are waterhead babies?
Yep, okay. I'm going to keep it moving. Hey.
Water, cephalic head.
Baby.
Cephalic.
Let's talk a little Beatles at the Hollywood Bowl. This actually also came out in 77. The recording. The recording. You know when there was recordings from?
No.
Steve?
I don't.
Oh, Lord. It's like 63.
It'll say right here 65 concert, 64 64, 65. Hollywood Bowl in 64 and 65.
But this record came out in 77. It's not my favorite Beatles that I've picked up recently. The rarities I like a lot better. This is still cool.
Hey, wasn't
man.
that your favorite Beatles?
No. I did pick up Let It Be. That was a little rough without the jacket. And that's probably it's got Across the Universe. It's my favorite Beatles record. So.
Phil Collins, No Jacket Required.
Straight Jacket.
Jacket off.
Let's talk a little ELP, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. This is Works. Now, is this their first compilation?
I think so.
What's weird is Works Volume 1 and Works Volume 2 both came out in 2000.
It's
Listen
like
to me.
it's kind of like Uma
1977.
Guma, where they all had a period. They all had a
Yeah,
part in the
they
album.
all got a hunk of the album
They got a
to
little
play
hunk
on.
to do what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
I have Works and Works 2, and they both
think
came out.
Cameron
They
has
both came out in
Works 2.
'77. I just didn't bring it because I knew you were going to.
This is really good. I actually played this last
Oh, it's
week.
great. And if you want to hear a great Christmas song, is I Believe in Father Christmas. And if you want to hear it, it was a 45 or it was a 7-inch or something. But if you want, it's on Works 2.
Works 2.
Yep.
Okay, keep that in mind for next year's Christmas party at your local grosseteria, wherever you celebrate Christmas,
Or just download the damn thing
or download it into your own
into your face.
your face. I need to. I'm gonna move some stuff
Okay,
around.
now we're getting into some.
I'm moving stuff around.
Shuffling the deck.
I'm shuffling the deck. Hey, how about a little Genesis?
Well,
Hadn't-
let's talk about it.
I hadn't owned this for very long. This is Genesis Seconds Out. This is a live record, if I remember
they
correctly.
did a lot of
live stuff.
especially in the mid '70s.
And it's good
Like in
live
'76,
stuff.
there's like 2 live albums.
I'm picky as hell when it comes to live shit. Genesis does
Genesis
it right.
Does it right?
I bet
most
it's
of
the
the
quickest
time.
way to pump out an album.
It's true.
Yeah. There's no retakes.
That's true
on it.
because they had a lot of albums, and a lot of the albums were live.
Yeah, pump them
A lot
out,
of people
pump
are
'em
into collecting the Genesis bootlegs and all the crazy Genesis 7 inches and 45 and stuff. Genesis is a very heavily collected genre for the VC. A lot of mugs are into Genesis.
Right.
Maybe it's that age group that's in there, but I've just recently rekindled my relationship with Genesis.
So that's Phil Collins.
Yeah,
77,
and
yeah.
They're all great records. It gets into an era at some point that I don't care for as much. Obviously, Genesis has a jumping off point for most people.
No, you
But-
know what? I can feel it coming in the air of the night.
That's what I'm saying.
I really can.
Oh Lord, oh Lord.
I used to ride my BMX motorcycle.
Yeah, you did.
BMX motorcycle down
Yeah.
there with the
Beat into pillows. That
The
little
padded
drum beat.
padded crossbar.
paddle crossbar.
Take some
Yeah.
sticks and beat your mom's pillows with
Put
it.
the sticks in the spokes so when you rode, it would.
Speaking of, this is one of my favorite records that I own. We're talking a little Alan Parsons project, iRobot, 77 release. And look at the gatefold. You want to talk about a gentleman with a nice beard on a gatefold?
I like the cover. If you flip the cover out, I like that.
at that
It's like
beard.
the High Museum.
Yeah, look
all
behind.
that intricate like pathways and shit.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's really good.
I really like this. Cameraman gave me
like-
this record.
Like
I've got a lot of.
Kenny Powers right there.
He does.
Oh,
Yeah, it's good stuff. We play this a lot on the program. That's because that's one of my favorite records.
How's the record doing over there?
Yeah,
Good,
doing good things.
good.
What are we playing now? The
Oh,
best of
it's-
C Center.
It's not from '77. I'll
It's
tell
not
you
from
that.
77.
No, this is stuff we're playing beneath the show
We know,
to
we
keep
know.
to
from
try to keep from getting popped for
interfering
YouTube.
with- yeah.
Because YouTube can be a bee sometimes.
Well, it's the people
I didn't
who
want to say
make
the.
the
I didn't want to say the word. Jethro Tull, "Songs of the Wood." Great record. Hey, look at that back cover with the record player on the stump.
We played that during the holidays for the Ring the Solstice Bells.
That's
one of the
right.
Song from there.
That's a great record. It's not my favorite Jethro Tull. Probably my second favorite Jethro Tull. Aqualung's probably my favorite.
That's pretty good.
Of
Yeah.
the two
I like
you've
thick as a
heard.
brick.
Oh, no,
you don't
park
have thick
bench.
as a brick, do you?
What's that look like?
I don't
brick on
remember.
it?
It's got a brick.
I don't
It's
think I have
real
one.
thick. It's real thick.
I see.
Now that album, when they put Aqualung out, everybody,
Yeah.
all the critics were like, "It's a great concept album that they put out," and they're like, "It wasn't a concept album. It was just an album. If they want a concept album, we'll give them a concept." So they did Thick as a Brick, and it's this total, just insane concept, stupid
Huh.
thing. Anyway,
we'll give you a concept.
We'll give you a concept. How about a little Santana? This is Festival.
what's
77.
on that one?
What's on that record? Carnival.
Carnival, Let the Children Play.
Let the Children
Give Me
play. Give me
Let
love.
the Music Set You Free.
Let the music set you
Revelations,
free.
Reach Up,
Revelation, reach up.
The River.
The river.
Try a little harder.
Try a little harder.
Spanish words.
I asked.
Spanish words, Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
¿cómo va? No.
Spanish words.
Oh, Maria Caracoles.
All right, let me zip through these because you got some
Sorry.
77 records too, right, Steve?
I have a few.
All right, let me. Jean-Luc
Just go ahead
Ponty,
and kill yours.
Enigmatic Ocean. We love this. We play it all the time. Doobie Brothers, Living on the Fault Line. Another dope-ass 77 record. How about a little Rush, Farewell to Kings? Are you kidding me?
Don't kid him.
I mean, man, that's awesome 77. Can't mention 77 stuff without mentioning, oh, hang on. How about a little Roger Daltrey? One for the Boys. That's a sleeper record. You see that? Don't sleep on it. It's pretty decent.
Is it good?
It's great. Love this. It was one of my first big ticket items. Brian Eno, Before and After Science. Thought it was an ambient record when I bought it. Turned out it was kind of electro punk, whatever. Electro pop.
Brit pop.
I don't know what you want to call it. But it's very good. It's one of my favorite records I own. Borscht. And you can't mention records from 77 without mentioning Talking Heads 77. And I got to mention that.
Did that come out in '77?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And with the shaved head,
That got Psycho Killer on
it's
it?
got Psycho Killer.
Yeah.
So with the shaved head, we got to mention Psycho Killer. Take it away, Steve.
Okay. Let's talk about some soundtracks that came, the movies that came out. I got a soundtrack here. It's Tangerine Dreams Sorcerer.
No,
The
they only
Tangerine
did
Dream,
one or two soundtracks.
Only
right?
a couple. And
Yeah,
this is one of them.
1 or 200.
No, they did like a couple hundred soundtracks. They're always good to go to in the 70s and 80s if you needed a soundtrack.
With a lot of synth on it.
It's a great, but they did some Cheese. They did Risky Business maybe, or something like that. But
I've
that
got a
one's
weird
really
one
good.
called Heartbreakers. It's really weird.
Now here's one you might remember: Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Okay.
As you recall, Star Wars did come out this year.
Yep.
I don't have Star Wars. I have friends who have Star Wars. Maybe they'll let me borrow
Cameron's
it
got
one
Star
day.
Wars.
Well, we have it here in the house. Then we should show it. But I showed Close Encounters, John Williams.
Yep.
Also, for your pleasure, this is Miko's version. He
Miko.
did some encounters of every kind. Now he did a disco, cheesy disco, Mogus versions like a Star Wars theme.
Oh, I remember
But
that.
this is a Close Encounter, so it's like that as well. Let's go country. Here's Johnny Paycheck. Take this job and shove
Take his job and shove it.
I don't care who you are. That's good
I
right there.
ain't working here no more.
All right, let's flip over to some comedy. Bill Cosby was smoking that year. He did.
He was
what's the
smoking.
name of that album?
My father confused me. Must what I do?
What must I do? But for me, including
Let's Get Small?
including music, this album affected me more than any other.
Is that 77?
This is 1977. Let's Get Small.
I've got
Steve
that.
Martin.
I should have pulled that out too.
I've got that.
Classic inside.
This album blows my mind.
So
Yeah.
good.
It changed my life.
Whoa.
Now I played this earlier when I got here. This is some people have never heard this band. Mother's Finest, Another
Yeah.
Mother Further.
That was a good record, man.
They're from Atlanta. Baby Jean and the rest.
Baby Jean.
They're
Makes me-
hard rock meets funk,
Okay.
and a really good record. Let's Go Brothers Johnson, produced by Quincy Jones. He discovered these cats, and they always. It had Strawberry Letter 23 on it, which is one of my favorite
Yeah, that's
songs.
Brothers Johnson's good
I always
stuff,
thought that
man.
song was from like the late 60s. It had that feel to it, and then
Yep.
it kicks in that. How about Brick?
Hey, I got that record.
Self-titled
That's a great funk
Brick.
record. I got 2 Brick records. One called Something High. It's got the dude smoking on it.
It's called Get High.
Get High or High
He's
as Hell.
holding a big brick of yeah, okay.
Marahuna.
How about the Jimmy Castor Bunch?
Oh.
Maximum Stimulation.
Hey, you know
He's
our
wearing that leisure suit. He's got it going on. He's ready for some disco nights at Studio 54 with that.
Hey, you know our
outfit.
good friend Sean. He interviewed Jimmy Castor a few
I
years
know he
ago.
did. I
That's
know
really
he
cool.
did. Now, one of my favorites we've discovered since the show began is Billy Cobham.
Oh yeah,
This album's called Magic, and
Corn on the Cobham.
it's as good as all of the rest, which are excellent.
yeah. I don't have that one. I've got a lot of Cobham.
He's my favorite drummer.
Here's a weird looking
Is
guy.
this a brand new? Or is this a
No, that's a dig.
That's
Wow, that's a great condition.
77.
How about Al Di Meola?
what a
Elegant
weird
Gypsy?
looking guy, man. Al Di Meola.
He's
He
a
looks
great
like
player. He's returned to forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he looks like he does big stuff, but man,
And
He
then
was the most interesting man in the world before he became interesting.
yeah, he looks like
That's
he does a
right.
bunch of blow. He probably done some women the
and
wrong
speaking
way.
of Return to Forever, this is called Music Magic. Another album. These guys were very busy that year.
Is it really magic, Steve?
It is to me.
Okay, that's
How
all
about
I need to hear.
Klaatu? Now, people might know Klaatu for one song. It's called Calling Occupants of Interplanetary Craft.
Yeah, and everybody thought it was the Beatles, right?
The funny thing is the Carpenters did a copy of a cover of that song.
Yeah.
And there's a video on YouTube. You
Did you say
look
Klaatu?
up Klaatu.
Klaatu Barada Nikto?
If you say so.
So,
Staying in this
they
world
worked
of
those
out there, this is Prague, so let's talk about Gentle Giant. This is a
Oh,
live
love
album,
Gentle Giant.
live album called Playing the Fool, and there's something from every one of their earlier albums on this album, which is just
That's great. Is
wonderful.
it live?
It is live.
Okay.
And it's awesome live. Another great band in my early days is Styx, The Grand Illusion. Very theatrical. Very,
Yeah, picky with the sticks. Some of the sticks are good.
This
some,
one's awesome.
That's the good
I'll
one.
tell you.
Okay.
Now, you showed a Beatles album. This one also came out in 77. It's got a great gatefold.
Is that leather?
This is called, no, it's Leather Look Like.
It's faux.
It's the Beatles Love Songs album, so it's got a lot of the love songs.
Heard it in a
But they're all
song.
great. Even Norwegian Wood is a love song.
yeah.
The Long and Winding Road is a love song
Sure.
on this. so-
Okay.
It's crazy how back in the day people used to drop multiple albums in a year.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was post.
The record companies
That's
would sit
post-Beatles.
on them and put them out when they wanted to.
That's a great reissue compilation. This is called Crosby, Stills and Nash, and it's not their first album, but it's called Crosby, Stills and Nash. That's the name of it.
It's weird when bands do that. They come out like 3 records down.
Well, they first came out with Neil Young, and
right.
It was CSNY. Peter Gabriel put out 3 albums, and they're just called Peter Gabriel. This is the first one. People know it as The Car.
Yeah.
There's one called The Phase.
I didn't know you had that. I saw that on the list.
It's got Salisbury Hill on it.
A lot of proper wax.
Look at that.
Yeah,
nice
a lot of beating there.
Beads.
Nice turtle wax on that car. Robert Fripp plays guitar on that album.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Let's do a little Kiss. Are you ready for some live? This is Kiss Alive 2, and it's the cover's in shit shape.
Love Gun came out the same year.
Yeah.
I've got Love Gun. I didn't pull it out.
This is their second live album, and a lot of people know Kiss. If you know Kiss real well, they actually would go in the studio and record these songs and make it sound like that's what it sounded like live.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a great album. My favorite on there, Shock Me, is just a great. Ace Frehley does just a killer job on that song.
Well, here's the one.
Here's the one you might know from Family Guy.
Stewie's scared of it.
Queen, News of the World.
I got that one.
Is that the one with We Will Rock You on it?
No, I don't think it's on there.
No.
Great record. Look at this, man. The art on this record is just out of control.
And I brought one more.
Oh yeah.
And this is probably my favorite of all those. This is Pink Floyd's Animals, which came out in 1977.
That's legit, folks.
I've never seen this album.
That's the record of the night right here. I mean, well, so far.
I love the scene on the front of the pig going through. That happened by accident. And if you there's a movie called.
Was just a pig flying by there?
No, they had that pig.
It just so happened.
They had that pig and it broke free, and they had to go around town getting shots of it.
Can you feel?
Well, if you watch the movie called Children of Men, it's a British movie about in the future people can't have children. They've given up the ability. For some reason, children aren't being born, and this one lady has a child, and this it's almost like a messiah kind of thing. But they go to talk to this government guy. They pull up, and King Crimson's playing, the Court of the Crimson King. It's really cool. He pulls up in the driveway, he gets out, he goes in the office, and he's talking to this guy in the government office, and you look through the window, and you see the 2 smokestacks, that same scene from the Animals cover. It's really, really cool. So if you're in the know about albums and shit, that's like, oh yeah, I know what that is. So that's all I got.
That's all you got?
That's 77 for me.
That's 77. That was a great set. Dude, we had so many great 77 records from the two of us. Let's stack with that big.
You may have addressed this already. Was that 1977?
1977.
Yeah.
Hey, let's switch it up. We're going to bring the Bossman in. And I'm going to talk about a few more records, and we're going to do this.
You want to get a graphic or something?
We're going to do this as a Dig of the Week.
Do a hot switch.
This is going to be, well, that was technically what we just played, so this is going to be the official Dig of the Week. And folks, I'm getting ready to blow your mind. And things are getting ready to happen. Your uncle's getting ready to call me, and we're gonna talk about why homosexuality is wrong with your uncle. Your uncle's calling in live. He's got my private number. We're going to discuss it here, live on Grown Men Record Night. So let's talk a little bit about the birthday. Got some birthday presents we're going to do for Dig of the Week. We got the Bossman joining us. Last time you saw the Bossman, he was getting married live here on the program. Now he's back. How's the married life going?
Oh, I'll tell you what, brother. We got to push the twin beds together after 10 years. I tell you what, man.
Yeah.
Woo, doggy.
June in that ward, right?
Telling you what.
June in the ward. That's all I'm saying. So you guys actually brought me some birthday presents, which you didn't have to do. Got a cake going on in here. We had a Mikey Bananas cake.
There's a little bit of a cake left.
Yeah, there's some cake in there.
Yeah.
Moist.
It was moist.
Cheese,
Some
moist cake, some dips,
Mm-hmm.
some moonshine, some cheese circles.
Moonshine.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But you guys brought me some record presents, and let's talk about this. Tell me about this Black Moon, Mike.
What? Black Moon? Okay, well,
I don't know nothing about Black Moon.
You don't know nothing about Black Moon. Black Moon's one of those albums, those early 90s hip-hop albums.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the great classic hip-hop albums of the early 90s.
Of course.
It didn't really come out and make a ton of money. It was one of those ones, I mean, this is before Puffy and shiny shoes.
Mace.
And Mace. I mean, it wasn't those days. But It's Evil D, DJ Evil D, Buckshot Shorty, Mr. Walt, Legendary Beat Miners crew.
Oh man.
It is a really, really great album. It started off a whole clique of cats from a group called the Boot Camp Clique, which is like Helta Skelta.
Oh, I remember Helta Skelta.
Smith and Wesson before they got changed to the Cocoa Brothers. On and on and on. It's a dope album all the way around. It's
on Nervous Records.
Yeah, it's not like a lot of cursing per se, but they do curse. Don't get me wrong, but it's.
It's not just cursing for the cursing.
No, man.
They got something else to say, right?
Yeah, they got something else to say. Now, I wouldn't say they're on that tip like De La Soul or
Tribe. Right.
They're on their own, but hey, it's a standalone.
That's awesome.
It's a classic from the early 90s.
That's awesome. What else we got from, speaking of 90s?
Oh, well.
Or 80s.
Well, I mean, 80s, 90s, 2000s. I mean, you can't go wrong right there.
Oh, my God.
Boom.
What? Yeah.
Beastie Boys. Yeah. Beastie Boys. Double.
What?
Solid gold hits. And
is that a real record? Is it?
Yeah, it's a double. It's a double.
We can actually put that on and play it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. Happy birthday! And what's dope about this is the songs span over multiple albums.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, you get a little bit of everything. I mean, you may be a licensed ill cat. You may be a Paul's Boutique cat. You could be
be into the mashed potatoes.
Yeah, you could be a check your head cat. It doesn't really matter.
So what you want, Brass Monkey? Check that out. No Sleep Till Brooklyn. Hey ladies, pass the mic.
I mean, come on now.
Open Letter to NYC. Root Down's on here.
And the thing about the Beasties too, though, is Beasties are for real musicians.
Absolutely.
They get down. There's a lot of Beastie stuff out there.
There's a Fatboy Slim remix on
So, I mean, if you were to put all the Beastie, you couldn't have one album for greatest hits.
No, this is fantastic.
You couldn't do it.
Transcends generations.
Oh.
Transcends, I mean, everybody. Everybody loves the Beasties. Double LP, folks.
And if they don't, they're dumb.
Yeah,
so
you're not paying attention.
You ain't paying attention. You don't know what time it is.
Really great cover.
Get
great
yourself
artwork,
a swatch.
Thick cardstock. Happy to have this. Don't have any Beasties whatsoever.
What?
This is going to be something.
I can't believe I missed that.
Yeah,
I know.
Talking about hip hop classics.
Hip hop classics.
Oh man, what about Nas?
Oh, this is another gem.
Now,
and
tell me something about it.
Okay, this is Nas's first album, Illmatic, and the thing that I would say sets Nas Illmatic apart from a lot of other albums is, one, there's not a lot of songs. Yep. It's 10 tracks. One of them's a dialogue, kind of like a throwaway. So there's only really 9 bangers. And you got a who's who of producers. I mean, Pete Rock from Pete Rock and CL Smooth. You got DJ Premier all over this.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I know I'm just leaving cats off, but it's
the Professor dude.
Lord Professor. Lord. I mean, it's bananas and
seminal. It's a seminal hip hop album.
And the kid was
vesicle.
And the kid was young. I mean, he was a teenager. I mean, he was a teenager all day, and and the inside.
Oh, nice.
I mean, it's boogaloo the whole way.
That's nice. And I love hip hop, but I'm picky about hip hop. The same way I am with really heavy music. I'm picky about it.
Because there's a lot of garbage.
There's a lot of garbage.
There's a lot of garbage.
Especially digging around here, you'll see What's
a lot
West
of
Coast Tiz, ZZZZ.
So,
it's stupid. Some of these ridiculous pressings you see around here.
It's definitely a jam all day.
Yeah, that's great to have.
It's a must-have.
All right.
Let's keep it moving.
We appreciate you guys.
Happy birthday, man. It only happens once a year.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear that stuff.
Yeah, that's going to be... That took my hip-hop game to, next level.
After the show is over, this is my suggestion. After the show is over, we break the 1977 rule, and we start playing...
Oh, yeah, we're not going to only play. We're not going to only play.
That was just leading up.
Stay tuned!
We've just only played... We just only played so far.
Yeah,
77.
Exactly.
Speaking of heavy stuff, and I'm very picky... Between the Buried Me. These are going to come from the girlfriend.
The girlfriend
hooked me up with some great birthday records as well as Christmas records. Which is
she loves you.
The Double Bungle, the Double Tool, the Volto, Deftones, Nirvana. This Between the Buried Me is the newest one. These guys, like I said, I'm really picky with my heavy music. These guys are actually from around here, the North Carolina area. and they're very technical. Some of the best musicians going
Were they coming out of Raleigh?
in the game right now. They're kind of spread all over the state.
Okay.
Actually, one of our old guitar players owns one of the guitar players, and Between the Buried Me's PRS, Paul Reed Smith guitar. But these guys musically, they stand correct. I mean, they're legit musicians, and they do crazy, off the wall kind of stuff, and that's what it takes in heavy music nowadays to keep my interest. I can't just listen to the same old, like, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's got to be something special. Between the Buried Me is that's what I qualify as special. That very special musicians.
And that's a double?
It's
or
a double.
Is it just hella thick?
It's a double.
It's a double.
So it's going to be that's double like metal up your ass.
It's double the fun.
Double the fun. How about speaking of double? This is double. This is a new high quality.
It's too much metal for one hand, so you got to
180 gram pressing of Mad Season Above. Oh my God! What a great album! Came out in '95, which is when I graduated high school. Lane Staley. It's got the dude from Screaming Trees in it. Dude from Pearl Jam. Great record. Everybody knows River to Seat. Some of the other stuff. Quality, mid '90s grunge, alternative metal, whatever you want to call it. Awesome stuff. I can't believe I have this in my collection because this is stuff that's really a big part of that. That era when we graduated high school, you're going to college for the first time. That's when things start getting really real. You know what I mean? Okay, here we go, folks. We're talking
this right here.
Oh my God!
I mean, I can remember back in the day, taping MTV, VHS style, and getting this video for. I mean, I'm just gonna say it for Epic. I mean, if you don't know what we're gonna show, then Google it. But
so
boom.
Here's my story for this. I
Done.
loved, of course, that video. He plays at the end. The piano blows up.
And the fish
The
bouncing
fish
around.
Yeah. Well, what I did was I went on a fishing trip with my family. We were down at the beach. I had my Sony Walkman rocking my tapes. And I was fishing. I'm doing my legit part fishing, but just so the juxtaposition of my brain and my wife at the time. And the time we went to town to get bait and hooks and whatever, I went to the little Maxway next door. I went in there. They had some cassette singles. And I got Kuiper's Tic-Tac-Toe and the Faith No More Epic single.
Well, you at least got one. Single. At least you got one solid banger in that cop.
And took them shits back and sat on the pier with my stuff in the water, jamming that stuff through my headphones, and just played it over and over and over again. I can't believe I have Faith No More on vinyl. Speaking of Faith No More,
this is now I've never even seen this album nor heard any of the tracks.
This is craziness.
What's it like compared to old? And by the way, this is 180 grand. I mean,
absolutely.
Just keep sweating on it.
Now this is
what sweating on it?
This is my favorite, probably album of the year. It's a little different. Does Trace Bruance play on this?
No.
No? Hang on just a second. Let me see here. Billy Gold bass, drums. John Hudson plays guitar. Okay. Trace Bruance plays on the other one, but anyhow. And this has Last Cup of Sorrow on it.
It does.
It's one of my favorite Faith No More songs. I can't believe I have two Faith No More LPs. So anyhow, I got one more I want to show.
Oh, and this right here, crazy too.
This is what would be considered a grail for me. And to top off this birthday celebration and this particular dig of the week.
So it's like catching a unicorn.
This is like catching a unicorn in a triangle choke because he left his arm dangling and he looked down instead of looking up.
Gotcha.
If he'd have looked up, I'd have grabbed that arm, son. Yeah. But he looked down. I got that triangle choke.
And you got him out.
We're talking Kinda Blue, Miles Davis. This is 180 gram. This is 180 gram reissue. Came out on Record Store Day. I actually had this on my Discogs wish list.
It says it's the best-selling jazz album of all time.
It's when I grew up, I had my dad's cassettes, right? One of my dad's cassettes was Dave Brubeck, like Best Of. So Take Five is what really set me off. I bought some John Coltrane. The next thing I bought was Miles Davis, Kinda Blue. And a cool little story, the song So What. is actually legend has it is about the actor Dennis Hopper, film director, legendary, passed away a few years ago. They used to hang out a lot together, Miles Davis and Dennis Hopper. And Dennis Hopper used to always say, "So what?"
Did they do drugs?
They probably did drugs, but to whatever they said to one another, whatever Miles Davis said or whatever, Dennis Hopper would always be like, "Yeah, so what?"
Yeah,
that was
so
like
what?
his comeback. So Miles Davis told him, "Hey man, I wrote a song about you," and he was like, "Yeah, so what?" And he was like, "It's funny. That's what it's called." Boom.
Wow.
So this is going to fulfill a Grail section of my collection.
Check it out.
180 gram reissue, sealed, brand new. I don't really know what to say. It's been a fantastic birthday.
I win.
Girlfriend wins. Bossman wins. Kimmy wins.
Everybody wins. Everybody's a
Cameron
winner.
wins. Steve wins.
You're
all
a
win.
winner.
We all win. Thanks
Obama
for joining
wins.
us for this edition of Dig of the Week.
And you can keep your health insurance.
You can keep. I mean, you like your doctor? You can keep your doctor. I mean, whatever. So anyhow, what we're going to do, we're going to dip down here. We got a couple of clips we're going to play at the bottom of the list down there, and then we're going to play some of this music. So stay tuned here on Grown Man Record Night. We're going to come back with a fresh edition of So to Speak and Chip Chat, and we're going to all play with my bald head. So thanks for joining us here on Grown Man Record Night on the special Mikey Bananas birthday special. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay. Well, here's what we're going to do, folks. We came back. We jammed some of my birthday presents. Some presents from the GF, the presents from the boss man, and then now we've come back with a damn soda speak. We're going to talk about some weird ass soda that you picked up. Where the hell did you pick this up? What is this?
I picked up at a store. No, I picked this up at a grocery store in upstate New York.
Upstate, right.
Wegmans, great grocery store.
Okay.
Where?
Wegmans.
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 W-E-G.
W-E-G-M-A-N-S. You could put a Z.
There's Q right
Q
in the
there,
middle of it.
But what
Let's talk
that
about
is that's actually a soda coming out of the UK.
Oh, that's a British soda.
Yeah, and but it's distributed out of Canada,
Huh.
and
Okay.
of course it comes right over the border.
Yeah, okay. Border jumper.
You got an opener?
It's a twist off.
It's a twist off, and
It's a TO.
and I guess its claim to fame, this company, is it's all botanical.
Yeah, this says botanically brewed.
Yeah.
Hey, cameraman, what does botanically brewed mean? What is botanical?
Botanic.
Of plant.
Plants.
Doing it the plant way.
Yeah.
They went down to the plant and
Yeah.
brewed it.
They plant brewed
What
it.
did it say? Herbal axe.
It's fermented botanical cola drink with ginger and herbal extracts. Ingredients: water,
That's what I'm
carbonated
talking
water,
about.
cane sugar, fermented ginger root.
Cane sugar, ginger. It's dropping the elbows on
So we're
cats.
talking about it's got a nice bouquet. That's a nice just
Oh.
raw cola.
Yeah, that's.
And I'm gonna what we call a canteen swill it.
Why?
That way I can just pass it right to you. Watch this. I'll just canteen swill it. Check this out. Well, my mouth's all over my hand. Ain't no mouth transfer in there. Now you can't.
Oh, I was
swill
looking
it.
forward to that.
Oh, that is really good.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Because your face made it look like it was really good.
That may be cameraman.
Nobody
dude,
cares.
you're
Nobody cares.
You're gonna love this.
Oh my word! I can't take this anymore.
This is one of the best raw colas we've ever done on the program. You need to get you a little cup.
Whoa! Holy smokes!
That-
It is an explosion of flavor.
It's got some-
like no other.
It's got some bite.
All right.
What'd that say?
Tone it back a little.
Now I swear I'm not even trying to dial it up because they're paying me to do this. That has a lot of flavors. I mean, for a cola.
Is it true that you're not a member of the Wegman family?
No. I wish I was a member of
But
Danny Wegman family. I'd be loaded.
What a great cola, man.
It really is. I
It's-
mean, it's a little flat if you're thinking it's going to be a Coke or a Pepsi because that's a different type.
It's sweet.
It has flavors. It has flavors.
Oh, that's rich.
I know people at home can't taste what we're tasting,
That's
but
good stuff, man.
I mean,
You can't ask for anything more out of
I only hope they can one day.
The older I get, the more I appreciate just a raw, natural
Yeah.
cola. Minimal ingredients, like a raw cola taste, real sugar. This does it. Plus, it's got a little extra. It's maybe just a little sweet to drink all the time, but it tastes great.
and it's a really cool bottle.
It's a cool bottle.
Yeah, it has all sorts of cool stuff in
Man,
it.
that's good.
And
Really
like
sweet.
the last ingredient on the whole shebang is caffeine. The
Yeah.
last ingredient.
Very little. Very little. So I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and wrap up this edition of So to Speak. This has been a great cola, a Curiosity Cola.
Curiosity Cola.
A UK cola coming right out of
What's the name?
Canada.
What's the name? of
What's
that?
the name? Fentimans.
Fentimans. Pick it up. Pick it up if you guys
It
don't know where
says
it's at.
serve chilled, so make sure you do that.
Serve chilled.
Man, pay attention to this stuff.
Yeah.
Did you try this, Steve?
Kill
Go
it.
and kill that off.
Kill it off, bro.
No.
No,
You dumbass.
no.
You signaled him and everything. You signaled.
Signal.
You gave him the signal. You didn't take it.
We came back on.
Ah, it was
Yeah.
like a
All
total
right.
bum.
All right, well, here we go. Let's go right into a good old-fashioned chip chat. I'm a
Good
little
old
hungry.
fashioned.
I've got a little hunger going on.
Oh,
my,
this tastes like a Haribo cola bottle.
on my
This tastes
birthday.
like a MF Haribo cola bottle. That's how good it is.
It
Oh, it
has a
does.
lot of.
It does
I
have
I wasn't acting crazy about it, was I? That has a lot of flavor for a cola.
Yeah, that's good stuff. It does taste like one of the cola bottles, the candies. That's exactly right.
You're right,
God.
Steve.
Good call, Steve Fever.
Thank you.
Good call, Stevie.
Okay,
Fever.
let's move into this edition of Chip Chat. You also
Yeah.
brought these two back.
Well, this one I got here at the local Harris Teeter.
Local spot.
Local spot.
Okay.
But this one, I mean, you can get the Kettle brand anywhere. I'm not saying you just can't get it up at Wegmans in upstate New York, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But this is a hard one to find. I mean, I know
Oh.
cats would be digging because we're in the streets digging
Yeah.
daily to
You
get
don't-
chips.
You don't see that. You got to keep
And-
your chip game sharp.
You gotta keep your chip game sharp, exactly right. What's this all about? And,
Oh, wow.
and look, it's limited batch. So, I mean, they're not doing these tomorrow. They only did them today.
We got another limited batch from the Cape Cod Company coming soon.
Yeah.
Wow. Those are really good.
Whoa.
What's the name? What's the flavor of those?
Asiago something?
Asiago cheese and Italian herb. Is that right?
Yep. That is right.
That is good.
Gluten-free. Canola
That is
oil.
really good.
It's a grown-up chip.
Got a nice flavor to it.
It does. It does.
You know, the Cape Cod stuff's a little pricey sometimes, but you can catch it on sale. So catch your local groceria. Check your local sale paper. You like those? No. No.
All these are mine.
We that was a twofer deal.
Twofer?
You know, it was like, you know, a two for X amount. type
Absolutely.
deal.
Okay. Well, let's check that. Let's be talking about the Kettle brand. Now, I know from previous experience to not look like a dumbass in front of everybody. You can't just come in and muscle these kettle chips open because that's what happens.
You're a tough guy.
You know what's up to go? I got a bald head. I got a bald head and a beard. That don't even work about it.
Help.
You can't
Hands
even.
up.
What you got to do with kettle chips, see here,
No matter what.
you got to pop the little thing on the back. See, it's got a little tear guy right there.
What?
You could pull that, and it
That's
pops
like-
it off. Which is a really dumb design, in my
I know,
opinion.
yeah.
Now you got to eat the whole damn bag.
Well,
but
that's-
here's what we got, folks. We got talking about maple bacon. Now, we had the Lay's chicken and waffles, which was probably our favorite of the Lay's competition chips
Yeah.
this past spring, summertime.
I wasn't really pumped on a whole lot.
But these maple bacon from the Kettle brand, Kettle always really does it in a really good way. Let's hold those guys up. I've actually been looking for these. This is kind of a grail with the potato chip. You found these. You did find
I
upstate,
did
right?
find in Wegmans, and what was crazy about it was at two different Wegmans in the same state in Rochester, they weren't in the potato chip aisle. They were actually tucked away in like the super organic, extra earthy, extra granola, extra raw.
Good.
And I'm thinking,
good.
how are these? I haven't even tasted them yet.
It's not too kettly crunchy.
It's not too kettly crunchy.
Whoa.
It's not too bacony. It's not too mapley. That's my only beef with the chicken and waffle chips. Is just a
Wow.
little bit too much pancake syrup flavor going on.
This is
That's all it was.
this
That's
is a
all it
great,
was. I didn't
this is
taste
great-
chicken at all.
This is a great specialty chip.
That's a great specialty one. So are these.
Although as far as the
I'm gonna go
what was
two of
that-
them again.
The chip you just named, the contest chip.
The chicken and waffles.
Yeah, the one that won.
It was garbage. The one that won was garbage.
Yeah, we still have that bag.
Yeah.
We still
Oh.
have it. I'm saving it. For
what?
Somebody
Yeah.
eats it.
That's how good it was.
It's
Yeah.
been like over a year. And
Yeah. There's better chips.
Yeah,
Both of these are better than both of those.
That's a good chip. I mean,
It has a little smoky flavor too.
it's really
Yeah.
good.
I
That's
remember.
awesome.
I remember when I texted you the picture of it when I was in the store. Like, hey, yo, because I checked the list and it wasn't there. And I
Yeah.
was like, I'm surprised we haven't did this one. This one's money. And you were like, man, I've been looking. I'm
I've
like,
been
what?
looking. Somebody posted it on Facebook, and I was like, "Oh, I got to get that."
You can't get it around
Hadn't
here.
seen it. Hadn't seen it.
Because that's one you think would be all day down here in the South.
Let's wrap up this edition of
Wrap
Chip
it-
Chat. We got that's just touching the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the chips that came from the vacation.
Yep.
Bossman brought some more chips. We're
Yep.
going to bring you those in
Welcome.
upcoming episodes.
Oh.
We appreciate everybody for joining us here on this special edition of Grown Man Record Night. It's my
Grown
damn
Man
Mikey
Record
Banana's
Night.
birthday bonanza.
Birthday.
It's been a good time. I've gotten awesome presents from the Bossman and Kimmy, from the girlfriend. I got
Baby Jesus.
I got cheese cooked for me. I got Pabst Blue Ribbon. I got some
Hey, Mr.
moonshine.
YouTube.
The YouTube channel. Go to the YouTube. Subscribe to our damn channel, or I'll come to your house and I'll triangle chuck you. And I'm not
How many
playing
are you looking
around.
for?
6 more people, and we're going to do a contest.
Hey, you got a
6
contest
more.
or
6
something?
more. I swear to G. I'll triangle chuck everybody.
6 more. Tell your mom.
Tell your uncle.
Tell your mom to quit calling me.
Yeah. my pager's like pay as you go, man. You guys take it easy.
Yeah. Tell your mom to quit calling me.
So we appreciate you joining us here on the Mikey Bananas birthday edition. We appreciate everybody for joining us live in the studio. We'll see you next time on Grown Man Record Night every Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Ustream.tv/channel/Machete Miller. We'll see you next time on Grown Man Record
Fridays.
Night.
Bongs on bongs.
Happy birthdays.